Welcome back, folks. It's still me again. Hey, last time I forgot to say something. Please don't mind my English, neither should you mind my accent. Let's get down to business, right? I promise that. Okay, I promise we'll be talking about inserting data into the database. So one thing I want you to know, the advantages of Hawk is that the insert function I've created, it can insert data in any size of a table. Okay, let me show you what I have right here. I have this table users that has something like 4 rows. Then I have table 6 here that is something like probably 7, I think 7, yes. So I'd like to show you how one method is going to be inserting into all these tables. So I don't want to go through the hard way where you'll be writing these SQL statements and what. I'll just walk you through how to just simply insert. So here I'm in my index file. I'm going to create sort of a form to send to the database. Give me a second. So I've created a form that I'm supposed to send to a file called work register. Let me make it now. There. So I'll be sending the username, the email, and the password that should be stored in the Hawk users table. So let me do a little setup of the script. So I believe you people know how to work with OOP. So first things first, we need to import the database connector to this script. So I've just asked, okay, this is just a way of catching errors to see. No, that's not a problem today. So we need to connect to the database now. So in OOP, like in Java, you would require you want to import, and in PHP we use require, right? So we want to import the database connector. So I'm importing now. It's in directory Hawk, and I need to import db helper.php. So just like any OOP, you need to create an object. So I'm naming mine db edge. So db helper, yes. Okay, now let me initialize information from. Okay, now we have the username, the email, and the password from the database. Now we would want to insert them into the database. So there's a function in the database helper named insert data. Okay, let's see, insert data. As you can see, it takes an array of data. So let's see the documentation on PHP Storm is Control Q. So the documentation says this function insert data into the database. At index 0 of the array, put the table name, and then you can insert your values at the index in the order of your table structure. So that's what you are going to be doing, and returns true on success and false if not. So let's try it. So it means we need to create an array of information that we need to insert into the table. I'll call it in insert data. Okay, I don't know how you're going to name yours. So at index 0 is going to be the table name, and the table I'm inserting is Hawk users. So let's see how the table structure looks like. Okay, there's going to be the username, the email, and the password. So in that order, that's how we're going to be registering. So the ID is auto increment. Then we have the username, email, and the password. Now that we have our insert data, let's feed it as a parameter into the method that we are getting. So this method says it returns a boolean. So if inserted, we get it true. So inserted equals to that one. So let's test if it was inserted. If inserted, all right, we should echo inserted, else. Okay, that's a condition if nothing happens or if we have a problem inserting, echo. Okay, let's just say it failed inserting. Now we need to run and see if our script is working. You people know the struggle that you would be entering when trying to insert data. Mind you, I told you this insert method is an advantage of inserting information into any number of columns in a table. Okay, enough talks. Let's see if it works. So let's run our form. Okay, on my form I could, yeah, my name is, my email is, okay, let's flash@flash.com. Don't look for this email, it doesn't exist, and this is my password. Let's try and see if it works. Voila, it works. So I think we are done. This one, it proved to be working. Now let's see that part where we say it can insert values of any other table. So table 6 is sort of a clone to table 4, just that it has 7 columns, if you should see. So we want to use the same method, so we are going to include the date, the month, and the year. Okay, let's see how that works. So this one is going to be table 6. That's the table we'll be using, table 6, and we said we are going to be using the date. All right, okay, that, let's say that's the date, the month, and the year. The month and the year. Now if you should still notice, we are still working with the same order, date, month, year. So let's try and see if it's going to work again. All right, go back, then I refresh my page. Okay, I don't have enough time to be typing. And my password, it still works. All right, maybe I'm joking. Let's see if we have Flash in Heroku users in table 6. Awesome, Flash seems to be there. Now that is Flash, and that's me in the table Heroku users. Let's see in table 6. Table 6 still loading. Oh, there is Flash again, a Flash at email. Let's see the end of the table. There's the password. We have the date, the month, and the year. So it works. That saved myself some like 5 hours there for just that script. So I'll catch you in the next tutorial. We'll be talking about selecting. I promise that one will be a little longer.